Yo, Fidzy here, aka Hegassen. Thank you for clicking on my One Piece anime episode 936 review. Still loving the new opening, dreaming on, but it's about time that we got a new eye catch, isn't it? We've had Luffy and Zoro for ages. This episode even gave us a great little one with Tonyasu. It wasn't an actual eye catch, but it could have easily been an eye catch. Let's start mixing it up and getting some new characters. I've been expecting like Sanji or someone for ages. Where are they? This episode was called Get the Hang of It, the Land of Wano's Haki RYUO. Pretty hype episode title, but we only got that stuff at the end. This episode, it was actually like a mix and match of a few manga chapters. It spanned manga chapter 939 to 940, and it took all of the information bits out of them chapters and put it into one episode. So this episode was one big long information dump, and I understand why they did that, because what works in the manga won't necessarily work in the anime, and I think it does work better here because it just gets all that information out of the way, and then we can get into some of the more hype stuff and action stuff in the later episodes without breaking it all up. So it works, and it wasn't really noticeable that they'd mixed up the timeline of events here. So what did we get? Well, we got Hiyori's a little bit of her backstory on how she survived, how Kawamatsu the Kappa saved her from the burning Kazuki Castle, and we got some cute little flashbacks of that, all of which was in the manga and was adapted really well. Kawamatsu was like that weird kind of Oden style hybrid, not quite a silhouette, but still a silhouette. It was only really his face that was obscured. And if you know Kawamatsu, is it that big of a secret? I mean, I don't think anyone is expecting a big shock reveal with Kawamatsu's final appearance. No one's going to be like, and his face, the silhouette comes off and, oh my god, Kawamatsu was Gaimon! No one's thinking that. They might as well have just showed Kawamatsu in full here. I liked how every time Hiyori went to talk about her past, it would cut over to her looking at the fire on the cooking pot. That was a really nice touch. The other bit of information that we got in this episode was with Nami and Usopp. They were talking about what they would do if they got tortured. More of my thoughts on that in my manga review of this episode, which I'll link at the end of this episode. I don't want to keep repeating everything that I'm talking about on this channel, but I cover that in a lot more detail because I think there's some foreshadowing there, and we also get information during that scene about why Hiyori, when she was Kurosaki, was such a bitch. Why she was such a bitch. It was justified. The people that she was doing it to were not the nicest people. I mean, it's still an awful thing to do, but it was at least justified. She wasn't just doing it to be spiteful and mean. She was doing it to get payback to horrible people. And speaking back about Hiyori, the future Roronoa Hiyori, that was the main part of this episode. Once again, Hiyori and Zoro shipping, stealing the show, and the stuff going on in that little cabin out in Ringo. Really cute stuff. I'm really enjoying seeing all of these together with Toko there as well. They all just kind of perfectly fit in together, and it's some very cute scenes. Hiyori pulling some very cute faces, definitely crushing hard on Zoro, and Zoro again warming up to them, and there's a nice dynamic going on in that little household. I'd honestly love some Zoro Hiyori Toko OAVs. Make that happen, please. I did think it was weird though that Zoro was struggling to sleep while Hiyori and Toko were laughing in the background. You come from the Straw Hat Pirates. You have Luffy in the crew, you have Frankie going super in the background all the time. You got Chopper and Usopp running around. You have slept through some absolute chaos. Hiyori climbs into bed with Zoro, and the shipping and the memes go to critical level. Back with Luffy and Old Man Hyo, and Hyo is revealed that he knows how to do this haki, the same one that Rayleigh and Sentomaru was doing with the pushback, the RYUO Haki, and we get to see it here in the anime, and it looks really cool. I really like the style of it. The only problem I have with it is that it's another haki one. So you got the armament haki, then you got the aura going around, and that's perfectly fine because that is what this new haki is like. That is how it was depicted in the manga as well when it was being described. But the problem is that in Wano, recently we have had just normal armament haki also having like an aura around it, and I think it would have been better if we just had that introduction to haki with auras here instead of having it before, because then this would have made this stand out even more. I like that it kind of had like little cherry blossoms and stuff coming off of it, the sakura petals that kind of match Hyogoro the flower as well with all of these tattoos. But yeah, it just makes it then a bit confusing that we have normal armament haki with the aura, and now we have the new Haki, and it also has the aura. It would have been better if the aura was introduced into this episode, and then now when we see it going forward, we can be like, ah yes, that must be a RYUO Haki because it has the aura. Oh well. Overall, it was an alright episode, nothing really new for manga readers. It was a good watch with some good information, but it wasn't the most exciting of episodes. It felt a little bit too short, and it felt a little bit choppy in places with how it was cutting around, especially with the Udon prison stuff. So overall, I'll give this episode a blue tier. Hey, so thanks for watching. What did you think? Let me know about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed my video, maybe give it a like, and if you really liked it, why not subscribe? You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Twitch. Oh, and here's a related video you might enjoy, and something more fresh. I've been Hegassen, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!